Hello everyone, this is Tom O'Connor of Advanced Discovery. I'm here at the 4th annual eDiscovery conference at the Levin College of Law at the University of Florida. Man, is that a mouthful. The conference is hosted on the school side by Bill Hamilton, professor here at the school, and also co-hosted by the EDRM and our old friend George Sosha, one of the co-founders of that organization. I'm here now with Rene Laurens, is that correct?
Laurens, but
Laurens,
close enough.
Excuse me.
Close
Rene,
enough.
it was the Levin School of Law,
Right,
Rene Laurens.
right.
I'm telling you. And Rene is I love this title, the Senior Advice Specialist at kCura Corporation. kCura, of course, as I'm sure most of you know, is the company that owns Relativity, the software review platform that our company and many others use. None as well as my company, of course. And I thought the title was great because I immediately said to Rene, does this tie go with this shirt? I mean, that's a pretty broad spectrum. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
So what I do is I generally work with clients who are either implementing our software, have used our software, or generally are looking for a way to utilize the software in various type of workflows, whether it be just general eDiscovery, doing a linear review where they're looking at documents, maybe they are entering analytics or the technology assisted review arena using our RAR product, Relativity Assisted Review.
Right.
Just learning how to set it up, things to look for, how to understand or interpret the reporting that gets to it, to utilizing the tool in many different ways. I mean, Relativity essentially is a platform and can be manipulated in many different ways to review all kinds of data, regardless of the type of data it is. So it's not always used in an eDiscovery methodology.
Right.
It's used a lot, but it can be used in many other ways by storing information, using the different technologies built within the platform. You can actually analyze. So working with clients on how to accomplish that. How would I look at a set of structured data for a very specific type of analysis I'm trying to do? How would I do that in Relativity? So we work with our clients not only to get them comfortable with the workflow, make sure that if they're migrating from another platform, that they understand how our platform does what they've been doing every day. So getting them comfortable and providing that kind of on-the-spot consulting that they may or may not need for a particular job.
Okay, so some of the other folks we've been interviewing today, we asked them about a panel that they've been on.
Sure.
You and I, of course, are on a panel that has not happened yet.
Right.
We're speaking later on
Right.
finding similar things, near duping and find more like this. Susan Stone, who's a senior product specialist at Advanced, and really she's our Jedi master of Relativity. She said you knew everything there was to know about that subject, and I should just sit back and let you go at it. Any words of wisdom, without giving away what we're going to talk about? Any words of wisdom about?
I think what's interesting is a panel we just saw is that documents have what we call relationships. Documents have duplicate copies. You know, for example, I'm a pack rat. I have an example of a PowerPoint that I've stored on my hard drive in a network share, on my OneDrive. People keep emails over and over. So documents have relationships, but because people store these things, their data sizes are so voluminous that it can be hard to find what you're looking for. Utilizing technologies such as analytics helps me to see not only, hey, this document was part of an email, but hey, the document was also stored by these 6 other people. To kind of take it to a level of an investigative nature, let's just say I have a document that's highly business sensitive. I would expect it to be in the hands of, say, 4 or 5 individuals.
Right.
But through this, I might identify that, hey, there's 2 other individuals who really don't have the need or the security rights to have that document, but by collecting, by storing, I may identify that they actually store it on their local hard drive. That might beg a question. So the point is that these documents can take on a life of their own. We've heard where a document I've created maybe in Word was built off of a template that was generated by an employee that no longer is at a company.
Right.
So that document has been used by probably a lot of other people. So these documents, not only do they take a life of their own, but they become kind of placed in places you might forget. You may not know. Now, by identifying kind of unknown locations, well, what else is there? If this was there, what else could be there? So it can also help us find good questions to ask those we're collecting from, those who we're providing services for as far as litigation purposes, and we've identified a location that doesn't seem to be well used. Does anyone really understand what's there? And it might poke us into finding more stuff that we're looking for. But
So
also,
you've gone from a very limited technical question
Correct.
to strategic questions
Correct.
on the case.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another thing that I saw not too long ago is there's this idea that data sites or a big corporation has data all over, and truthfully, there might be instances where not everyone knows where all their data is, and it's very difficult to quite get an understanding. So using tools like analytics, you might say, I'm really only looking for documents or information that's related to a particular subject matter. Now, having everything in an environment such as Relativity where I can store and index, using analytics that can scour that entire universe and just pull back the relevant material. So I'm not necessarily going from room to look at every document within the room and knowing that I have 1,000 rooms to get to. The system will actually go and do that and say, all right, of the 1,000 rooms, we found relevant information in these 30. Let me put those to the forefront. And if timing is of an issue, which I think most cases are, especially in a discovery phase,
Right.
Being able to call down or reduce the amount of rooms effectively you're looking documents through from 1,000 to 30 can be a very powerful time and efficient kind of method of searching. So not only is it just finding where documents reside, who had them, what relationships, for example, emails go to various people, those documents might be stored by certain individuals, and you start seeing patterns of behavior of where certain types of storage of HR information or storage of stuff. You can actually derive a lot of different types of personal information. Email threading is a perfect example,
Right.
where you start to see over a period of time how one uses emails. And everyone uses emails very differently. Analytics is a great way to pull out those patterns,
Right.
identify things, and might provide insight into not only the culture of the corporation that you're working, or the company, or the whatever, the individual's personal behaviors.
Right.
You might find some interesting trends, and quite honestly, you might find stuff you didn't really want to find through this. But it is definitely a way that essentially data can be a very organic thing
Right.
in its own way.
Cool. Let me ask a future question,
Sure.
real quick, just before we wrap up here. News item a few weeks ago, Relativity kCura
Sure.
purchased CA,
Correct.
which is the analytics software that is bundled in.
Correct.
We use it at Advanced. I'm sure a lot of companies use it. Any changes coming for that tool, enhancements? Where's that going? If you can talk about it.
I think, quite honestly, while one, it's been a great partnership over the years. I think it makes a lot of sense. We're very excited about bringing on content analysts. I think they're a very good partner and one that are going to enhance our product overall. I think for the where we go with that helps us as far as development. I don't see any immediate changes in the near future, but I think just the overall of how we develop the tool, how we develop workflows utilizing the tool, where we go, it's just going to be strengthened because of this closer partnership that we now have. Being able for our developers to talk to their developers and to be able to understand and blend the cultures, blend the expertise that they have from other endeavors that they've had, it only strengthens our interaction, our I guess, inner workings with their technology. So
Right.
to me, it's a very exciting, very positive leap forward. But as far as anything immediate, I think we're doing a lot of great things anyway. I think it's going to enhance those. But yeah, it's definitely going to add our abilities going in the future of
Great.
what we can do with the tool.
Great. Well, I look forward to speaking on the panel later this afternoon. And
Yes, definitely.
I'm sure we'll have more conversations going forward.
Definitely. It's great talking to you.
Thanks, folks.
Take care, everyone.